So we're now on the 13th, behind the 13th green. The players in the third last group, Simon French group, are back on the tee. I'm sure they're not going to be driving the green. I hope not, because if so, we're in the middle of the green. I've got our erstwhile teaching pro, Steve Fenn, with us. Steve, this pin position looks a bit interesting.
Yeah, it's another good one. Like I said, Mike and his team have done a great job getting the course ready. This is about looking about 3 or 4 feet sort of past the top of a slope, or maybe 5 feet. So it's as much as it tends to be a pretty short iron in, they're going to be driving it down the left half of the fairway ideally, and coming in with wedges. With wedges, because they spin more. If you've got too much spin on it and you pitch it in that slope, it is not going to get over the top. And essentially, if you've got a bit too much heat on it, it's going to come down to sort of the back edge of this green, and you've got a longer putt. So yeah, as a wedge shot goes, it's a good tough one.
And the changes we've made this year to the course in terms of no out of bounds down the left hand side now. The whole thing's a penalty area. Will that make any difference to the way that people look at this hole? Will they take a bit more risk?
I don't know if it changes too much what the good players are thinking on this hole.
Just idiots like me. You can say it.
And me. Yeah, us old uns with a bit more scar tissue, we tend to look at the trouble. I think a lot of these guys aren't really looking that way. They're just thinking about hitting the right golf shot down the left half and wedging it on.
Yeah, and with this approach at it here, this side of the flag, everything downhill to the hole, but really only a very short area to get the ball into with your wedge to give yourself an uphill putt. So
yeah, to give yourself an uphiller, you're really wanting it, just moving past the flag. Anything right of this flag is going to roll down to the back edge of this green. If it stays up there, then you've got a pretty slick putt. And again, if you're short, that's a tough putt to get right, because you've got quite a lot of slope at the front of this. So you're going to be hitting it with a bit of pace, and then essentially at the hole, it's going to start picking up a bit more movement. And if you're chasing, a lot of these guys, obviously because we're getting the scores, they've got some idea where they're at in terms of the field. If you're chasing, are you going to go at this flag a bit more? Yeah, for sure. With short irons in their hands, they're going at this flag. It's for definite, especially if they're pushing. The guys that aren't pushing, they may be a little more cautious, because there is space at the back of this flag. But
so if you're Drew and you've still got a 4-shot lead here, how are you approaching? Short wedge in hand, he's hitting the ball a long way.
I think Drew's he looks like he's swinging it great. It's with a short iron. He's probably looking at pitching it at the flag and just getting it spinning a little so it doesn't go too far past, give himself an uphiller. It's an accessible flag, but you've got to get the shot right.
So there we go, comments from the Super Cup. And we'll see if they pay heed to that advice that Steve has been giving. Obviously not that they can hear it.